It seems that the protocol soldiers are in a right flap about the interchange. They were chatting about how the whole place lit up like a Christmas tree, which I'm assuming was your doing. You've done more to unlock the secrets of this place than anyone I can remember. But believe me, you still need my help if you want to get out of here. You and I. We can bring an end to the madness that's claimed this place, even escape to the world outside, can you imagine? Time is of the essence. With any luck, sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility. You found the sample? But this is wonderful! For the first time in years, there's hope. A true, viable hope. Do. I'm going to make it into a weapon. This alien muck has vulnerabilities, but taking advantage of them is difficult. My plan is to contaminate this sample to render it toxic, and then reintroduce it to the main growth. Now I need to get to work on this sample. But I can see you're curious and you've earned some answers, should you want them. Is there anything that you want to know? It is abominable. Plainly extraterrestrial, voracious and implacable. At first, the top brass was excited by the potential it showed. In small doses, it seemed to accelerate our ability to learn to a remarkable degree. Your mind expanded. As if you had a connection to lost knowledge that you had somehow forgotten and were simply rediscovering it. But then, some of us started to change. We barely had time to start coming to terms with it. The explosion at the Oberon site came just days later. The quarantine was declared, and they trapped us in the lab. They left us for dead. Our own colleagues. Very well. Now, I need to get to work on turning the sample active but toxic. A biological time bomb, if you will. In the meantime, there's something else you may be able to help me with. In return, I can assure you a route out of here. That's the deal. Sometimes, at night, I go up to the church tower and listen to the sentries chatting down below. I've heard some chatter that suggests my old colleague Dr. Garrow came back into the zone. I hear that Garrow somehow escaped from the soldiers' prison. That was your doing, I presume. Please tell me where she is. I very much need to see her. It's vitally important. She and I worked on the Oberon project. Garrow's a cyberneticist. That's the science of control, if you're unfamiliar with the term. She was over on the technological end of things, leading the development of the robots. A very brilliant woman, and obsessively devoted to her work above all else. When the quarantine was declared, well, she got out, and we didn't. I never thought I'd have a chance to see her again. But it seems she couldn't leave well enough alone and just had to come back. It's vital I see her about something before we can leave. Of course, I might have known. Thank you. I'll finish my work here and then make my way to her.
Tomorrow if we could.
All citizens, remember, radiation is the invisible killer.
Welcome back, friend. It's good to see you. I heard the soldiers march the vicar off to their prison. If you did, thank you.
Citizens of Wyndham, the woods are still...
It's a shame we can't do that again. There are a few locals left as it is.
Hello, is somebody in here? Good Lord, I can hardly believe it. Alan Holder. Alive and kicking. After all these years. If there's one thing I admired about you, it was your persistence. He's just gonna stand there. What does he want?
That's it. Very well.
That. My apologies. I'm very sorry that you had to be here for that. I know what you must be thinking, but Garo is not innocent in this. She doomed the whole project with her recklessness. And when the chickens came home to roost, she trapped us and saved her own neck. She left us to die as if we were an embarrassment. Witness to the horror created by her hubris. Somebody had to do this, and I'm the last one left. Suggesting no, stating yes. When the alien growth was discovered, we needed time to assess the repercussions. We didn't get it. She fobbed us off and pressed on with the excavation. Then surveys of the mineral at Oberon suggested a possible explosive release of energy, if not treated with caution. But Garo, she pushed for the mining to continue. She even tampered with the quarantine itself, though to what end I cannot tell you. But none of that matters now. She's gone, and we are not. We must turn our attention to what lies in front of us. To be back in this place is the last thing I was expecting. It's monumentous. It's a miracle. Now finally we can finish all this. The last step is simple. I have the sample now laced with my toxin. You'll need to find a way to spread it to the source of the growth, into Oberon itself. It must go in at the root to poison the whole organism. Using the poisoned sample is the only way we can be sure of killing Oberon. We have to be sure. Do you understand? We have to be certain. Excellent. Here, take this sample. Take the poisoned sample to the Oberon site. Restoring power to the interchange will gain you access to the Windscale plant and Oberon. But once you use the toxic sample, things will get hot out here quickly. We'll need to escape as soon as is humanly possible. If you have anything else to attend within the zone, I suggest you do that before then. Once the interchange is fully powered, you should be able to reach the Windscale plant and Oberon. Make sure to spread the poison into Oberon itself. Then we'll be free at last.
Fluid canister inserted. Please open all fluid.
can escape with one of the other heathens. There is no escape from what you are. Without the voice, there is no escape from that small world inside your skull. You are offered the gift, and you spurned it. You will never be offered it again. If you will not be with the voice, you will only feed the spoil. And that is all that awaits you.
Leave or regret it! Go or die, heretic!
Be you a...
My boots with your...
You made it! I owe you every thanks. The country does. Damn it, the world does! The infernal whispering in my mind that has dogged me for 5 years, they're fading into silence! Blissful silence! Do you understand? The toxin is working. Soon the interference field will come down and people will begin to arrive from outside. There may be some awkward questions when that happens. People who haven't lived through what we have might not understand why we did what we did. Come on. We should leave before they arrive. Stay close. There's a secret route out here. With luck, these wretched blue eyes of ours will fade over time. Until then, we'll need to hide where no one can find us. Come on.
Dr. Alan Holder in his plan to create a special toxin to deal with Oberon. It certainly seems to have worked. Now you may leave with Holder, although his plans only ever extended as far as killing Oberon. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, poisoned by your hand, and the potent toxin developed by Dr. Holder. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are dark and the woods lie.
everything changes. Now you can escape, child. Go to the catacombs, to the pit where the voice speaks. Make your offering, your body for our eternity. And the voice, it whispers no longer. It calls, it clamors, it commands. When the voice calls so clearly, death means nothing.
Go, or you're dead.
Or you're dead.
Let's see what you've got that's worth having, eh?
Look at me!
Oi, oi, what was that?
Steady now, no sudden moves. Go, or you're dead.
Tight, squad. Half an ill. Remember your training.
You're fine, keep going.
Hell's teeth.
My dear, you are our miracle. The voice is singing like never before. There is one last leap you must make, and then you will be free. Throw yourself into the pit. I am right behind you, child. Let the soil catch us. Let it set us free.
You listened to the land, heeded the call of the great purpose, and the wisdom of the voice in the soil. And now you are one with the soil and that voice. I shall miss our little chaps. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon grows so much more strongly now. There is rejoicing in Gasterfell Woods. Soon all will be as then. Shall the whole earth hear the voice in the soil? Perhaps not.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep, and the woods are home.
think you can escape with one of the other heathens? There is no escape from what you are. Without the voice, there is no escape from that small world inside your skull. You are offered a gift, and you spurned it. You will never be offered it again. If you will not be with the voice, you will only feed the soil. And that is all that awaits you.
Your intentions are unclear.
You have succeeded. Oberon is dead. And you have earned your reward. A way out. Go back to the beginning. Go back to where you awoke.
feel out your intent.
Oi, oi, what was that?
just a voice in your mind? Did you ever consider that? You have learned much and come far. My apologies for the gas, but it was necessary. You left quite the trail of carnage, didn't you? But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, and the Windscale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
The woods are dark and the woods lie deep, and the woods are home to summers don't sleep.